And good morning, everybody. We are here on the Morning Waffle.
Good morning.
And we will be back right after this. And we are back. No Chris today. He's
in the deer woods.
I think he's in the deer woods. That's right. I limit my deer hunting. Wow, looky there.
Good morning, Heather.
Wow, we got some. Our comments got bigger on the screen. I kind of like it though.
Good morning, Beth.
Yeah. I try to limit my hunting to just my spare time.
Yes, when you've got some I've got some time.
Yeah,
I'll go sit there.
That's right. So
I try to limit to my hunting to I don't hunt.
You don't hunt? Yeah. Well, no. There's always that option. But,
good morning, Vicky.
Right, yeah.
I'm ahead of you. I'm ahead of the guy. That's a high emoji.
Yeah,
I like it.
Good. Well, we're glad everybody's joining us this morning.
I know, it's good. I, as a kid, went hunting a couple of times, and then my grandfather passed away, and I kind of lost all the desire to do the hunter safety course because I needed to do that, and then I just didn't do it, and now I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
You got to do it. I don't want to do it.
You can't get a hunting license if you haven't done the safety course, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, the few times I set out in the woods and got cold or wet, like wet and damp in turkey season and cold during deer season, I'm like, this really isn't for me. I am more than happy to stay at deer camp and cook some food or just not go at all.
Well, I got to tell you, I was kind of off hunting for much of my life because with the best of intentions, my father, when I was very young, I mean, like 4 or 5, feels like 3, took me hunting. Yeah. And we went quail hunting. In quail hunting, you don't sit.
No.
You walk around and in the cold. And
that's pretty young to do that.
I didn't enjoy that.
No.
So kind of put me off of hunting.
It's like, I don't want to do that.
Like, oh, you can just sit here and drink coffee and tea and
I'd rather do that, yeah. Eat some snacks.
Play on your phone, wait till something wanders by and then shoot it. That's different. That's okay. It's a whole different kind of hunting. But yeah, quail hunting's a whole different sport.
Beth hunts at the grocery store.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hunting the bargains.
I got me some nice tater tots yesterday. I
got me a 12-point case of Coke.
Got me a good 12 can of Coke. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I totally understand the hunting. I understand why it's very peaceful and relaxing to people and fun. It's a good break for especially a lot of guys and gals in this area. It's just not my cup of tea.
I think what a lot of people don't realize, it's not just fun, it's not just relaxing, it's actually necessary.
Yes, it is 100% necessary.
For a lot of different reasons. It's necessary for the animals because the overpopulation, they'd starve, they'd get sick, it would be bad for them. It's good for the humans because you have far less car accidents when we've thinned out the deer population.
And food in the freezer.
And food in the freezer. If you're you should eat it. I mean, you shouldn't just kill it.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Kill it and eat it. Sure, absolutely.
I do, and people will disagree with me. There's people I know. I do have weird feelings about I'm gonna go on a safari in Africa and
kill it just for
kill
sport.
A rhino.
Yeah.
I don't think you can kill rhinos, but I'm a little weird about that. I know they eat the meat and stuff. I'm sure they leave it to the people there, is my guess how that works. But that's kind of
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if
kinda,
they do or don't. I don't know what they do over there, but I mean, you know, you got
because I don't think there's like stampeding, lions
right. And I was going to say
overpopulating.
not to drag this guy through the mud again, but the Papa John's guy, that got in so much trouble for shooting the lion.
Oh, I vaguely
several years
remember
ago.
something about. I just wish their pizza was better.
Well,
because it used to be pretty good.
make your own pizza. It's you and I, you can do that. But
Did that on Sunday.
and that's what I don't get because I don't. Do you eat a lion? I don't think.
I don't think you eat a lion.
I think the only reason to hunt a lion is for sport.
Just go say I killed a lion.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. I don't know.
I guess maybe if you've got a lion terrorizing the villagers or something.
Well, you go take it out.
Maybe you got to go take it out.
Yeah, and I'm probably uninformed about all the nuances of the big game sporting hunting.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it here in the U.S. with bear, and I understand that because bears do become lion meat pizza.
Beth is on today. We got an extra chair, Beth.
That's
You should just come
hilarious.
in.
That's
you have Chris's
awesome.
chair. Lion meat pizza.
But I would.
What's on your
I'm
pizza?
open-
Lion, zebra,
alligator,
alligator, some gabon.
everything that eats each other is
Yeah.
on there. But maybe I'm very ill-informed about the big game hunting stuff. I'm happy to know. I mean, like a giraffe, that seems you shouldn't kill a giraffe. Like, just let it. And whales, that's another thing I have issue with. Leave the dang whales alone. Just let them.
Well, the
alone.
whales, I don't know that they ate the meat, but they used a lot of the whale.
It used to be a thing back in like
the oil and soap
yes.
and perfume. And
one whale probably per tribe per year would be my guess. But no,
I
there's
guess the Eskimos would kill and eat the whales.
There is a whale meat market in one of the Asian countries,
Okay.
and that's why I for a while watched a show called Whale Wars, and they went in and they were trying, these activists, it was pretty funny, we're trying to shut, I think it was
Activists are always
Japanese.
funny,
yeah, we're trying to shut down the Japanese
Shut 'em
whale, hunting grounds, and it was crazy. I watched the show for a little bit, and it was like, what? So I do believe the Japanese eat the meat.
One of the shows that I
don't
watched,
think they're really supposed
have
to.
watched, that I shouldn't have watched historically was South Park.
Oh, yeah, I
'Cause
used to watch South Park,
Well,
too.
it's if you can get past the
You can ignore 25% of it.
Yeah,
Or
50%
50% of it.
They did a whole episode about Hiroshima and
Yeah.
the Japanese. Do you remember this one? Being
Yeah, I
all
think
upset?
so.
And so
Yeah.
they it was that, and they were trying to get them to stop hunting the dolphins and the whales. And so they dummied up a picture of the Enola Gay, which was the airplane that they used to bomb Hiroshima
Yes.
and
yes.
Nagasaki, and
Yes.
they made the pilot and the co-pilot a whale and a dolphin. So
Oh,
that,
my God. Classic South Park.
yeah. And
I know, but again, if there's an avid large game hunter out there listening right now who I'm enraging, just come talk to me about it. I'll hear your side. I'm open to things.
we'll always have a hearing.
Speaking of big game, Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh yeah,
It's next week.
there's a turkey in the freezer that's probably coming out this weekend.
How did that happen?
Get thawed.
I assessed my Halloween pumpkins that I got from Emma, and I'm like, well, they didn't freeze. They're good. I can roast these pumpkins. I cut them open, and I roasted them. I'm gonna try to make a pumpkin pie with fresh pumpkin, but I need to do a test run because you don't show up to Thanksgiving with a test pie.
No, and
That's sketchy.
the
Need another Kenny.
somebody
They
killed
killed Kenny.
Yeah, but like the pumpkin that you buy in the store, pie filling is not pumpkin.
I've heard that. I didn't know that until about a year ago.
Yeah, it's like squash.
It's some sort of squash blend type
Pumpkin
stuff.
flavored squash.
Yeah.
So when you make pies out of real pumpkins, it doesn't taste the same because it's not.
It's not real
not the
pumpkin
same stuff.
So, and sometimes that is the case. You don't necessarily want pumpkin pie. You want the pumpkin that you're used to tasting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a shot and see. I need to do that tonight. I also finally found a good pie crust recipe. So
I like a pumpkin pie, but my favorite is a pecan pie.
I like pecan pie fine. It's
like
awful
it.
sweet for me. It's
Yeah.
very,
Well, you gotta cut it with a little whipped cream.
yeah. The whole concept of cutting the sweetness of pie with ice cream or whipped cream, while I 100% support,
Yeah,
is still, that's very American logic.
but it's true. It's true because it's a lighter kind of
It's
sweet.
not as sweet.
It's not as sweet. So we're gonna take it down a notch. With
Oh, yeah,
No,
so-
Dad shot a turkey, and so it's in the freezer. And
so it's going to be a wild turkey?
yeah, Mom's watching the show, so she knows she's got to take it out this weekend.
Yes,
I think.
it is,
or maybe now. I forget.
Blend it well so it's not so stringy.
you go.
I did. I
Serve.
pureed the holy tarnation out of this stuff. So we're going to see. I'd probably need to do a test batch like this weekend, make a pie and see how
Well,
it goes.
bring it in next Tuesday. We'll test it.
Oh, I
for you.
could.
Yeah,
We'll do a test pie on
test it.
Tuesday. Okay,
Yeah,
I can do
We
that.
can make some pumpkin waffles.
Ooh, pumpkin waffles
That
are
would be good. We could do that.
Yep. So,
Yeah, Mom said yes. She's going to take it out.
good job, Mom.
Yeah, if Peter was watching the screen, he would know to put that comment on the screen.
Yes.
See, your grandmother.
She's like, I'm on the turkey. Yeah, you don't want to be the turkey that doesn't bring out the turkey.
Yeah,
that's a
right.
problem.
One of the very first episodes of season 1 of Everybody Loves Raymond, if you remember that show.
I didn't watch that much.
No, you're probably too young to watch that show. But
It was on. I just wasn't watching much TV then.
she's trying to compete with her mother-in-law, who's the Italian mama, loves her boys, all
Yeah.
that, involved in everything, and
Yeah.
she decides she wants to do Thanksgiving at her house, which greatly offends her mother-in-law.
Sure.
She wants to do that.
Yeah.
But in order not to compete directly with the turkey, she decides to make a fish. So there's just like,
I make a fish.
I'm making a fish. So there's this huge fish, double the pecans and half the sugar. There you go. That'll take down the sweet.
Ooh, that is a good idea. It probably adds enough protein in the pie. Then it's not so terrible for you.
Protein pie.
Protein pie.
Chris will eat it.
Chris will eat it. I have never been in charge of cooking the turkey. My mom and brothers will do the turkeys usually. I get left on Thanksgiving. I get left with kind of some of the easy stuff. I fill some gaps because there's some people that have their thing that they make. So like I'm making green bean casserole and pie. And I'm going to try to make this asparagus dip stuff that's really good. I know that doesn't sound good, but it's very tasty.
No. I like asparagus. I'm a big asparagus fan.
It's really good.
I like asparagus.
My cousin Darcy has made it for years. And you know how there's like that one recipe and that one person that makes it just right.
And nobody else can do it.
And nobody else can do it. And I have not figured out, and I've asked her, like, do you do anything different than the recipe? She's like, no, I just follow the recipe.
No,
I really think she honestly just follows the recipe. Because, I mean, I think there are a lot of people that do that. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to figure out. I'm going to try to crack the code to Cousin Darcy's asparagus dip.
I'll tell you my secret to making green beans.
Okay, I'm ready.
I've never made a green bean casserole. I make smoked green beans.
Yes.
Right? So I'll get like one of those loaf pans, the tin pan, whatever.
Yep.
You put in whatever you want, but one of those aluminum that you can put in a grill or whatever. Put the green beans in there. And then I'll season them up, put some salt, put some paprika, whatever else you want in there, seasoning-wise. And then I fill it the rest of the way up with beef stock.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that goes in the smoker, and they come out tasting like beef.
Anything that you can make taste like beef is a win.
That's what they said the secret to McDonald's French fries was that they added a little bit of beef flavoring to
the
them.
fries?
To the fries.
Is that real?
That's, that's the rumor.
Interesting
What I've heard.
development.
Yep. So maybe somebody else has heard that and can confirm or deny.
I mean, beef is delicious.
Beef is delicious.
I made spaghetti sauce the other day with just ground pork, and it was missing something 'cause it didn't have beef.
I'd make a terrible Hindu. That's all I can tell you.
No, yeah, bless their hearts. That would be rough.
Yep.
I don't want to.
I think they're primarily vegetarians too. I don't think they eat really any meat.
I don't think so.
You might not just come back as a cow. You could come back as a chicken too. And,
Yeah.
you might be eating Uncle Hasib or something.
Oh,
over
yeah.
there, and you don't want to do that.
You don't want to eat your uncle.
No, it'd be bad.
That's just in general a bad thing to do.
See,
So
that's
someone else has heard
confirming.
about this about the fries.
Heard that about the fries.
Okay, if there's a big game hunter and a fry aficionado out there who can confirm or deny these wild allegations we're making this morning, come on the show. You
Or
have
the
an
Burger
open
King
seat.
uses Pert Plus, so
Bringing
bringing it back.
Bringing back Pert Plus.
Yep.
But I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I saw the perfect meme where it's like, oh, I've drank too much coffee. I'm going to keep Thanksgiving simple. I'm going to raise my own turkey.
Yeah, it's like,
That's me in a nutshell.
I'm channeling my grunkle today. If you didn't notice.
You are kind of, because you've got your Mr. Rogers sweater on.
Yeah, it's my Grunkle Will sweater.
That's your Grunkle
and
Will?
I'm drinking tea.
Tea. You are kind of grunkly. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Are you having seasonal depression?
Got some
Probably.
seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, I got to power through till February and we get some sun back.
Sip my tea and wear my cardigan and grump at the world. Rawr, rawr.
I think I've got some hard candies over here.
Oh, ew.
Werther's Originals.
Pocket candy is not. I'm not a fan of
Some
pocket candy.
butterscotch.
I don't want to take any candy somebody takes out of their pocket.
Well, if it's wrapped,
No, I'm
no,
still not excited about that. There's lint. There's pocket lint.
But if it's wrapped,
Yeah, but it gets in there.
Really?
You know, not really. I'd take it. I'm not going to refuse anything that somebody hands me in a nice way.
Well, the candy around here, you know, we keep it's all individually wrapped, and we keep it in the canisters out front.
Well, that seems
So
safe.
We've got Jolly Ranchers. We've got Smarties. We've got those little peppermint balls.
I like the peppermint balls.
And the thing that I've got that I love, that we love them, that apparently nobody's ever had. I don't think you'd had one. I gave it to you last week. It was the peanut butter bar. Did I give you one of those last week?
No, but I've had one. The little square.
Yeah, they're rectangular.
Yeah,
but
rectangular.
yeah.
They have stripes on the.
Yes.
Yeah, I like those.
Oh, they're fantastic. We buy those in bulk. We have them like
You have those? I didn't know that. I'm gonna have one of those after.
We buy them like in 5-pound bags.
You did not give me one last week.
sorry.
I'm gonna disgusted.
Fix it.
Yeah, I like those. I think that's what's in Butterfingers, except it's better than what's in Butterfingers because I think they put fiberglass in Butterfingers. That's what it tastes like.
Well, that's so that it cuts your lip a little bit, so the flavor gets directly into your bloodstream.
Gosh, they're so weird.
I've heard that's. I'm not a chewing tobacco guy, but I understand that they put little fiberglass in chewing tobacco for that exact purpose, so that you get little micro cuts in your lip, so that the nicotine absorbs straight into your bloodstream as you're sucking on it right there.
We need another. If there's a tobacco expert out there, please confirm or deny these rumors.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, let's talk about the crazy gun theft at Mountainside Outfitters. Holy guacamole!
They got that guy.
What on earth? And if you've been watching and haven't seen all of the posts about it, there was an AR. It was an AR-15, wasn't it?
It was a foldable AR-15.
Yeah.
So you can buy an AR-15. The barrel will collapse and the stock will collapse, and it'll fold up to about that size, kind of a cube. And I guess this guy, apparently he was over-the-road trucker, we now know, because he's been captured. But he drove through, and it was a day when they were having like one of their events.
Yeah.
They were having like a festival and had food vendors and all that stuff. And so busy time, he went in there. But they've got surveillance video of the whole thing, and they got great video of him.
Well, and the way their cameras are, you could obviously tell in the shop that you could see that there would be cameras all over you. Yeah. That's usually, they're not hiding them.
Right. But I watched, I don't know that I watched all the videos. I watched several of them. He's trying on body armor.
That is a person who's done that a lot.
It's creepy.
It is creepy.
And grabs some ammo, grabs an AR-15, puts it all in a bag, and then just walks out with it. And they've got it all on video. They did post later that he actually grabbed a significant amount of the wrong ammunition that would not work with that firearm.
Oh, that's
wrong
interesting.
Caliber. Yeah, I mean some of it was correct, but got it out there real fast. Got it all over social media, which was smart.
And good. And a lot of business owners are kind of afraid to put their. Because he took some flack on that because people are like, well, why wasn't it secure? Well, it was secure.
It was secure.
There.
Yeah, he cut the cables.
Yeah, everything is secure until it's stolen and not secure.
Tag was still in the backpack, yeah.
Because, it's like, when I was a retail manager forever, I worked really close with loss prevention in the Macy's days because we had really good active loss prevention. And it's secure until somebody makes it non-secure, which is that's every break-in, every robbery, everything, right? They go past the security measures. So I thought that was some unfair flack in his situation because like Bass Pro had some guns stolen a couple years ago.
And as soon as I saw him post that, I was just like, oh man, here comes the. See, if we didn't have gun stores, this stuff wouldn't happen. Why are you even have?
How could he get that?
I knew that was coming, and you just got to go roll your eyes.
Like I said, Bass Pro keeps theirs locked up, and they had some guns stolen. They did a couple of years ago, I think it was. They distracted the clerks, and off they went with them. I think I don't remember the outcome of that, but. Yeah, that was crazy, though, because it was very brazen. And very
brazen.
And I can tell you he's done that before. And I also guessed right that he wasn't from the area because.
I'm sure he's from the country.
Yeah, his name, I didn't recognize.
His name was not from around here.
No, and I didn't recognize, what nationality I would immediately associate with that name.
Maybe Eastern Bloc.
I really don't know. Yeah, I looked at the name and then I thought about Googling it, origin of, and I couldn't place it. So,
well, he's in the Webster County Jail now.
Yeah, I bet he's having an interesting go. That was very strange, though, and of course we'll probably never really understand his motives in that deal. But I guarantee he's done that before because as many as shoplifters as I have seen and been around in the day. That's somebody who's done that a lot.
I would expect him to go to prison.
I hope so.
Based on my familiarity with
there's some heavy concerns there.
Well, still, stealing firearms is, regardless of the value, immediately a felony. If you steal, shoplifting and stuff, it's not a felony. Silver, I think, is $500 now.
I don't know if it's 500 or 1,000. I think it's 500.
It used to be $750, then they changed it to $500. They keep monkeying with it.
I mean, they don't hardly ever take them to jail for just normal shoplifting.
Better have a storefront than buying from a random traveling. Well, that's true too, Beth. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, I would say that a gun store is going to be safer than one of the gun stores.
Well,
and stuff's been stolen at those gun shows too.
Yeah. Well,
stuff gets stolen everywhere. It's not
everybody.
Just guns.
I mean, it's a gun store.
Everybody steals.
Everybody's armed too. So.
I mean, people. Yeah. Yeah. So that was, and kudos to him for putting the information out there, because I'm sure he knew he's going to get a bunch of crap when he did it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I think you started saying. We got kind of sidetracked. Is he was willing to take the flack to do the right thing,
and get somebody who behaved very creepily off the streets and committed a major crime. So, yeah, it's hard as a business owner to air, I don't know, your dirty laundry, your troubles or whatever, because people are so ridiculous. And obviously everybody loves to insert their opinion about how you should be doing things. So kudos to him for putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, people, I don't know what, people, we still have just a tendency to want to tear each other up.
Boy, isn't that the truth? It's hard to.
The schadenfreude is real.
Yeah, it's hard for people to work together. And that becomes more and more so, I believe. People are just not as apt to work together on things and see somebody's other side of something. But, I don't know. I don't know when that'll ever change.
When Jesus comes back.
Yeah, I know. That's the default answer that people are saying.
It's the true answer.
I would like a civil world to live in before that moment. But
read the book. It's not going to happen.
I know. I feel like we consciously could do better.
100%, and should. We should do better. We should try better.
Try to do better.
You understand, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on, Beth. We do too. That's where we go.
Oh, I fell down the stairs last night. That was fun.
Congratulations.
I have lots of stairs at my house.
And you didn't break a hip, so.
No, I didn't.
You're still hanging in there.
I oofed I literally oofed when I hit the ground. A noise came out of my body that was oof.
I literally haven't fallen down in.
It's terrible.
I should say hadn't fallen down in probably decades, right?
Yeah.
And within the past year, I misstepped on our concrete steps out in front of our house and went down. Now, I don't know exactly what it was, but I think maybe it was the Taekwondo skills kicked in. And I kind of landed a little soft and rolled, and I didn't really injure myself. But I mean, I went down on concrete and kind of rolled away, made sure nobody could see it, and walked off.
I'm like, I'm good. Tell me this. Okay, as you get older, you get more afraid of falling. Is this right? Like, I watch a video of a elderly person falling. I hate those. It really bothers me because it's not funny to me at all. And, they share those on, like, the Reels and, like, America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, that's not funny.
No, it's not funny at all. It's terrible. And I'm not saying they're getting hurt. But
it's funny when a young person falls.
It's hilarious when a young person falls. Yeah. Kid falls, young person, that's funny.
Because they're made of freaking rubber.
Yes, they just bend, and it doesn't. Well, like football players, they fall all the time. They're okay. Yeah. No, older people. But as I see someone fall, and I'm like, it triggers, like, a fear response. Like, oh, man, I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. It hurts.
I do know that I don't have a fear of falling. Like, I'm not afraid I'm going to fall.
Yeah.
Like, worried about it. But the idea of falling is
terrifying.
I'm like, it's not like I'd be like, oh, I can handle that. I'm not sure.
No, I don't really want to.
Really don't want to.
I landed and I'm like tootling down the steps. It was a sock carpet step situation that got me, and I stepped, and then I was flying. I don't understand what happened.
That's what happened to me. I'm not sure exactly. Like, somebody moved the step is kind of what it felt like.
The universe glitched. The Matrix glitched. Something happened, and I boom. I don't even know how. I don't know what my body did. I just know I landed on a step sitting, and I went oof.
But I will say this about your fear of falling is that when I watch a TV show or movie, and somebody falls or something like that, I get that little adrenaline.
Yeah, the ick. Is yours in your stomach? Mine's in my knee.
Really, your knee?
Yes.
It's kind of lower torso, stomach.
The
I get
ick.
it's like an adrenaline
Ick.
zap, and your whole body just kind of goes, ugh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get that in my knee.
Really?
Yes. People get that in different places.
It's not your shins.
No, my shin. Oh my god! Hey, my shins. It's in my knee. No, I know what you're talking about. It's like your body gives you a feeling.
It's
somewhere.
an adrenaline.
Yeah,
it's
it
an
has
adrenaline.
to be.
It's a zap of adrenaline.
And I've always gotten that sensation in my knee. So like if I see somebody like kids running up bleachers will give that to me sometimes because ew. I mean, just you've fallen on and I fell on bleachers before. I think that's maybe why.
So we were watching the pilot of Moonlighting last night. So there are no really newly made TV shows that are worth watching.
Yeah, I
at
pretty
all.
well agree. Yeah.
We started watching, what was it, a remake of Quantum Leap, and about 10 minutes in, I'm like,
that's not going to be good.
I'm like, I thought it would, because I liked the original show with Scott Bakula and all that stuff.
Yeah.
10 minutes in, I'm like, no, I'm out.
No, I can't do this.
I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out. So we're going back and watching some older shows. So we're watching Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. So we started watching Moonlighting because Bruce
I don't know what
Willis.
Moonlighting is.
Oh, it's like where Bruce Willis became Bruce Willis. It was a TV series. Bruce Willis.
Nothing.
What's the gal? Sybil Shepherd, I think, is the gal in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lighthearted comedy, mystery, detective. They run a detective agency.
Okay.
It's kind of a deal.
How have I never heard of this?
And the end of this pilot, they're up on this building and they're climbing up and trying to get to this place. And 2 different times, Bruce Willis falls off the building.
Ugh.
Like a short fall.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were high on a building. But and both times, I'm just like, got it.
Got the
right?
ick.
Yeah, both
Okay,
times.
viewers out there, where do you get the ick feeling? Is
Yeah.
it in your knee? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your elbow? Where is it?
Neck, nose.
Neck, nose. But so
My nose gets twitchy.
it gets out. My nose hurts. I don't know. And as I get older, like I said, I watch. Thank you, Heather. She says great show. It's extra weird when it's just Will and Lauren.
Somebody likes it.
So I don't know. I also, if there's a doctor out there who'd like to explain the ick feeling, just come on the show. We need a big game hunter, a fry aficionado, a doctor that can explain ick.
Yeah, I'm really confident that it's just.
It has to be adrenaline.
It's a fear response, adrenaline.
It's just interesting that it affects different people in different
That
places.
is interesting.
Because I've heard other places that people have said that, especially gentlemen. So, if you get my point.
I totally makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I jarred my hip a little bit on the fall. But other than that, I'm okay. Right. Jesse fell down our stairs a while ago, and he was not 100% okay.
Maybe you have a poltergeist.
That could be it. Oh, but this is where I was going with my story. Terrible night of sleep last night.
Yeah.
Fall down the stairs. I'm still recovering from surgery, which is really going great. But
that fall that was
that was a little unnerving, but it seemed to be fine. And so it was one of those nights where it was comically ridiculous. Like I fall right before bed. I'm literally, I was locking the back door to go to bed, which is why I fell. And I get to bed, and Jesse gets to bed, and the dog, my old grumpy dog, he's 12 now, is just pacing at night. And I think he's figured out if he bugs us enough, we'll put him on the bed, which he doesn't usually sleep on the bed. But again, he's getting old, and he can't see very well, so whatever. So he's pacing around, and I'm not having it. So I get up, and I put him on his bed, and I go back to bed. And then I wake up, and I hear beep, beep, beep. Somebody somewhere in Rogersville is backing something up at like after midnight. And I mean, this is like 2 a.m. And I'm like, what in the tarnation? Who is doing that? And then here comes Clara. And I think Clara heard the beeping too. And she thought it was one of our door alarms going off. Yeah. So it freaked her out. So up she came. And then here came the dog again. And the whole time my leg is throbbing from the fall. It was just stupid.
Fantastic.
It was ridiculous. I didn't like it at all.
We have an older cat. I think he's like 14, and he always slept on our bed. Like, would always get up, sleep down right between our feet. Hadn't been there for, I don't know, a month, year, because he's just getting old. And getting up on the bed's a little more effort.
It's
like, he used to jump onto the cabinet and then jump all the way onto the top cabinets And that the
Yeah.
space above your top
Yes.
cabinets, that was his little run. He would run around up there, and that's where he'd look down on everybody.
Party cat. Yeah, he's doing his thing.
He doesn't do that anymore.
He's like, I'm old.
Yeah, he doesn't jump up on the cabinets anymore.
I might fall.
Yeah, he might just afraid of falling.
Yeah.
But he got on the bed last night. I was really surprised. He jumped up there. And
Well, maybe there was something funky out there then in the atmosphere because your old cat got on the bed. My old dog insisted upon being on the bed.
interesting.
He finally ended up on the bed at like 4 a.m.
He got out last night. He's a house cat.
Yeah.
He's not allowed outside.
Yeah,
But
it's not safe.
he always thinks he wants outside, and so he will go outside and he'll chew on some grass for a little bit and then be right back at the door like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. You need to let me
This is the
back.
worst thing.
This is not.
I ate some
no,
grass.
there's no boxes to lay in, and
It's not climate controlled.
yeah, that's right. So he did get out last night. So that may have
It scared him straight.
Yeah,
He's like, whoa, I got to get back to my normal run of the mill stuff.
So what's your you got Christmas thoughts coming yet, or are we?
I do. I start thinking about. I'm a planner, right? I'm an event planner at my core, and so I start thinking about Christmas. Usually, Halloween time. I'm already starting to. That doesn't mean I'm decorating, but I'm already thinking about it. Like, what am I going to do, and what. And usually we go on vacation over Christmas break, not on Christmas. We're home for that. I'm not doing that this year. And so, yeah, I was thinking. And I'm going to decorate this weekend because I have enough decorations. I put up 2 trees now that I want it to be worth the effort.
Yeah. Sure.
And my mom and my cousin Jeannie are going to help me with that because, again, still recovering. I probably shouldn't be lifting Christmas trees.
You should not.
No, that's a bad idea. So, yeah, we're doing that, and then I got plans.
Well, we had a members meeting at church Sunday night, and the question was asked of the crowd, who's got the Christmas tree up? And like half of the people were like, yeah, we got a Christmas tree. I was a little surprised by that.
People need joy.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I don't understand this. Like, people being upset with people for decorating for Christmas early.
No, I don't understand.
That's crazy.
I don't do it. Probably wouldn't do it, but I don't. You do you on that
There's
particular topic.
literally no harm there.
No, none.
You're not hurting anybody by if you want to put your Christmas tree up and leave it up all year. I don't care.
Okay, people getting upset. I did see the meme come through. That's the little rant about before this starts. Just if somebody says Happy Holidays, don't get mad at them. They're just I want to go. Wait a minute. Happy Holidays, the song by Bing Crosby, came out in 1947. That phrase has been around for a long, long time. Nobody cared about it. Nobody got upset until people started.
If you're woke, you say Happy Holidays.
Yeah, they made it a thing.
What the crap?
Well, I mean, but people began intentionally
being like
replying to Merry Christmas with Happy Holidays.
Well,
and it became very passive. And that post is incredibly passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And just stop it, people.
I don't
say what you want to say, but
why does everybody have to make a freaking meme or Facebook post about something?
Well, it's fun for one.
Memes are hilarious. I'm the queen of memes. I love them. But I'm a collector, an avid collector of memes. But I don't understand we have to add layers to things when there's no freaking layers. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to make Happy Holidays more than it is. I used to always say Happy Holidays at Macy's because, one, there's multiple, right? There's multiple in there. And two, if I happen to be checking out somebody that was Jewish or was whatever, not that I didn't want to offend them, because I don't think people are typically offended by that stuff.
No.
But it's just a pleasantry. It's pleasant.
Well, but once it became this is what you should say.
You have to say you can't say Merry Christmas.
And that's where the backlash comes. And that whole meme to me was just like I can't believe you hit me. But you hit me first.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody punched first here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the Merry Christmas people.
I watched a video. I don't even know if I should go into this, but I watched a video last night of it was a body camera of a police pulling over an individual, and he was being, for drunk driving, suspicion of drunk driving, he was being extremely polite, right? Beyond polite.
The police officer.
The police officer.
I think they typically are.
Yeah, when they're trained to. if you're a police officer, it literally makes no sense for you to walk into a calm situation and be an aggressor. Because all you're going to do
a less than calm situation
and be an aggressor, right? I mean, they're literally trained to walk in and be calm because it de-escalates, right? This is what you do. You de-escalate the situation.
Some of them aren't good at it, though. You got to admit.
Well, and it depends. I mean, you could have just had a crappy cheeseburger and your stomach could be upset. You know what I mean? Cranky. You could have just had a fall and you're upset. So... But he was being, and I mean, most police officers are very polite, but he was being like, I mean, beyond polite. And this individual was like, he called her ma'am. And she said, I'm non-binary. And he was like, okay, I will do my best. What do you prefer to be called? And she said her name. I don't even know what to say now to be correct, right?
Yeah, right.
It's that complicated. Uh-huh. And in the midst of like a 45-second video, she was, see, I did it again, non-binary, indigenous, mental health issues were, and I'm not sure where she was indigenous to, mental health issues, high, she said, I'm sorry, I have high public anxiety or something like that, and the police officer says, well, yes, I do too. And I mean, he handled it so well. She was literally just, I had an image in my head of her throwing crap against the wall to see if it would stick. And he just took it all in stride. And it's like, how many excuses can you possibly come up with for your bad behavior? You're drinking and driving, which there's no excuse for. And you're just throwing everything out there to see if it sticks. And it really hit me. There is a group of people in this, and she was a younger person. There is a group of people in this world who have now been given so many excuses, and they're going to use all of them.
Well, yeah, we got
about
7 minutes left in the show, so we don't have time to explore
down this rabbit
critical
hole.
Theory, which is where all this comes from.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, you control your life.
100%.
You control your life. The excuses that these people have and that they're using for why they behaved badly, or you control your life.
Try sitting on my bench someday.
Oh, I couldn't handle it. Oh, I know. I couldn't. This is why I'm not a judge or a lawyer.
Well, we got this. I'm trying to see what I shouldn't say.
I know, it's tricky.
But Tales from the Bench, I suppose, is the segment we're going to do.
Yeah.
We've got the speeding. It's construction zone, and it's a 50, right? So slow down.
Yeah.
And it was probably right about the first batch of tickets that we had coming through with that. And I had most people coming in, yeah, I know, you got me, it's fine.
Yeah.
This gal comes in, she's hot. She's
flaming
mad.
hot Cheeto.
Mad.
She's mad.
Mad. Angry. You guys are taking advantage of this situation and blah, 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 blah,
it's
and
construction
I'm offended
zone.
that you would do all this. I said, man, what I'm offended by is that you would disregard the life and safety of our highway workers, that you would just disregard that and speed through here. She says, well, there weren't any workers present. I said, but ma'am, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
You had no way of knowing that until after this was over.
Yeah.
So you didn't care. You just didn't care. She wasn't doing like 60 and a 50. This was like 70.
She was
if the speed limit
egregiously breaking
the
law.
was not done, she would still be getting a speeding ticket for the speed she was going through here. But just couldn't wrap her head around the fact that you sped through a construction zone. So yes, you get a fine, and because it's a construction zone, it is an enhanced fine. And
as it should be.
As it should be, and all of that good stuff. Just, it's like, I don't know. I can't fix it, but...
But it is scary because I really pretty strongly feel like there's a generation of people, and I'm not going to say here so much. I think these are primarily going to be in urban areas. They have grown up with the excuse vending machine.
Well, my interesting personal example was I did take the one class at OTC a couple years ago. Right?
Yeah.
I took the cooking culinary class.
Yeah.
And first day of class, there was a couple people close to my age. Most of them were younger, They're gathered in their little groups, and they're introducing each other. And I swear, hey, I'm Will, I'm a lawyer,
Yeah.
No, it's like, hey, I'm Will, I have manic depression, I have a slight,
Yes.
and that's part of their introduction.
Airing their dirty laundry.
What their mental illness is part of how they introduce
Which
themselves.
mental illness is real and
Sure.
should be treated, and it shouldn't have a stigma
But it's
associated
in vogue
with it.
right now. That's the problem.
Yes, it is. It's like it's become I don't know, cool. It's become a badge. Like it's like collecting stickers, and that's very much what this individual was doing.
Yep.
Like I'm going to keep giving you excuses about why I behaved badly until you basically say it's okay.
Yeah.
Is the vibe that I was getting.
Well, that's intersectionality, which is a component of critical theory, which basically says the more oppressed classes that I can claim to be a member of, the more privilege I get because people have to kowtow. So,
yeah.
That's why Corinne Jean-Pierre, which is our press secretary, she is a black lesbian woman. So she has 3, and she's not a Christian, so that she has 4 of what are considered oppressed classes. So, the people that buy into that were like, well, she needs to be our press secretary because now, we're checking four boxes off of our
Yes.
our list.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me because at the end of the day, you control your life. And if you get so hung up on the things that make you deficient or whatever, it's setting yourself up for failure.
Well, and I wonder if it's not, to some extent, our fear of failure that has gotten us here.
That's an interesting point.
Because the temptation to have an excuse in case you fail is significant.
Well, I mean, and people don't like to fail. And people don't like to be held accountable
100%,
at all
yeah.
for their failure. Oh, Lord.
Again,
No.
welcome to my bench.
Yes. Yeah, they don't want to be held accountable. So that's interesting. The fear of failure may be one of the things that have led us here.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you want to have an excuse of why I failed.
Yeah, or why I didn't try.
Old and cranky 100% counts.
Unfortunately, we're the oppressor class.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got nothing going for me. I'm an old, white, highly educated, Christian,
You got nothing.
married, straight guy. I got nothing.
You wear a cardigan.
I
Is
know.
that a thing?
I drink tea. That could
Be. I don't know. Tea's
always drink tea.
highly accepted all around the world.
You're right.
I know you learn from failure. That's
100%.
exactly right, Vicky. It's probably some of the best lessons in your whole life, or the things that didn't go the way you planned.
I really wish I could go back and tell my 30-year younger person that I was not as smart as I thought I was.
Boy, wouldn't that be handy?
Yeah.
I look back on some of the shenanigans, and I'm like, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm an adult, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And then again, you go back though, and you're like, everything that I've did has led me to this point.
Yeah, that's how you got smarter.
There was a conversation I had, and we'll end here in a second, about your biggest regrets in life, and I kind of couldn't come up with one.
How you have a regret.
Because if I regretted something, and it changed, then I wouldn't be here.
Even the worst stuff.
The worst stuff.
Even the worst stuff.
Even the worst stuff
it may
gets
be
you to
better.
the point that you're at. So instead of putting stickers on your shirt and labeling yourself of reasons, just accept that you screwed up.
Yeah.
Or things aren't going your way, and learn from it.
Yeah.
That's something to end on.
There you go. Take that to the bank, and we'll be back.
Our producer's like, please stop talking.
We'll be back next week with the Morning Waffle.
Bye, guys.